This is the process shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a single time and place, and I've seen Time Bandits, an adventure fantasy film from 1981 directed by Terry Gilliam. It follows a young boy named Kevin, whose fascination with ancient history bores his technology-obsessed parents. Kevin's interests pay off when, one night, a gang of dwarves fall out of his bedroom closet on the run from their employer, the Supreme Being, from whom they have stolen a map of the space-time fabric and plan to use to become, well, time bandits. Kevin is whisked away by the group as they all visit the likes of Napoleon, Robin Hood, and even hitch a ride on the Titanic. However, danger lurks, as the group is being observed by an evil being who wishes to acquire the map and reshape the universe as he pleases. That part of the story isn't quite as prevalent until maybe halfway through the film. Until then, it's much more focused on the fantasy and time-traveling antics of the group, presenting a satiric or perhaps fractured look at the past and the traditional depictions of historical figures and their cultures. It's not completely critical, of course, just irreverent. There is a commentary under the surface, though, which is a bit critical of reliance or blind trust of technology, but it's not the major thematic focus of the story. It's more of what defines the conflict between Kevin and his friends against the forces of evil, perhaps more subtly as a difference between a freedom in pure adventure and historical investigation versus the rigid nature of technology and kitchen devices or something. I'm not quite sure. I just know that the movie does put adventure and comedy in the forefront, making it an escapist fantasy that does have something to say, but doesn't let its message get in the way of a fun take on historical fiction and the idea that much of the truth was lost over the centuries. On a technical level, the movie does not skimp, doing what it can to bring out the most of the fantasy concept and settings. Thankfully, it works out, with large sets and locations that bring history to new life, giving this adventure a greater sense of realism and immersion, not to mention imminent danger. The cinematography helps play into expressing the absolute scale of these settings against the cast members, including the use of some impressive and nearly seamless matte paintings and miniatures when the group directly takes on the evil forces later in the film. Even though it could cut corners, it manages to keep everything around here looking fairly era-appropriate as well. Perhaps excessively so? Still, it's all done in good fun, I suppose. Pretty much every element of the movie is designed around being escapist fun for the viewer, really. Honestly, I can't think of much else to say about the film because of how much it sticks to making the most out of its story and concept. I suppose it might have been interesting to see more out of the fight between history and technology, but even so, I'm not mad that it's not there. I just wish I could think of more to talk about. Time Bandits. Terry Gilliam, 1981. 4.5 stars. I definitely recommend checking it out yourself. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Maybe it's that the movie was just so fun I stopped caring about it as a work of filmmaking and just took it in as it was. I suppose that's a healthy way of looking at most things.